If you want respect, you gotta earn it. You damn right.
Once again, the song B. Back. Are you good? You straight?
I think
Beautified?
straight. You tell me, man.
Looking great, my brother.
My man.
Looking great, my brother. Good
How's
to
everything?
see you.
How's everything?
I'm alive and well.
Yeah?
Man.
Oh, yeah?
I'm alive and well. I can't complain. How about you?
All right. You know, summertime is crispy time, man.
Summertime.
You know?
what I mean? Pool parties, beach parties, rooftop decks.
It's happening. They're all happening. They're all happening.
Beverages,
man. I'm glad
libations.
Glad to be outside, man. Rooftops. I'm glad to be outside, man.
Us Brooklyn, New Yorkers.
Yeah.
We're gonna get on that BQE today.
Absolutely. I go to the other one.
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna take a trip. We're gonna take a trip out to Queens.
We'll go to Queens.
Well, with all that said,
yes, sir.
Left rack is Iraq.
No, 110%.
And we are going to indulge ourselves in this debut Noriega album.
First solo album.
N.O.R.E.
Coming off that Fire War Report CNN album.
Listen, CNN made so much noise in the street. Ooh. Like it was such an unfortunate time for Pone to get locked up. Not that it's ever a good time.
Right.
But just the momentum.
The absolute worst time.
Yeah, the momentum that they had built, what was happening in New York, the sound of New York.
Absolutely.
But it worked out really well for Victor Santiago. A N.O.R.E solo album, though, was talk to me about just that in itself, right?
I mean, it's interesting because, you know, Nori isn't your typical. He's like one of those alt MCs who found success. You know what I'm saying?
What is an alt MC?
Like an ODB is an alt MC.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like dudes who had their own style. It's singular. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't really grasp what it is exactly, but it works. He makes records. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nori has some records under his belt.
I would always say, you know, and we'll get into this, obviously, N.O.R.E is not the best MC, but he knows how to make songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows what beats, what energy, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of the formula to put together to make some pretty good songs.
We have to give credit to Nori for not only, taking it to chains and keeping it going while Capone was locked up, but, like, he also managed to, like, kind of almost create his own little lane, like his own genre, style. For sure. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody raps like him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he raps a lot like a lot of the Queens guys rap a lot like Nori and that type of style. Capone is pretty much straight laced with lyrically. You know what I'm saying? But like as far as that done talk, like nobody did it like. I mean, it's P of course. P's like the Godfather, but like Nori took it to a whole nother level. Yeah,
because his structure is no structure.
There's no structure.
Yeah, his structure is no structure.
Amorphous. Yeah.
You know, even when you think about Prodigy, right? Yeah. Like for as much as Prodigy would go off and maybe not rhyme, like have rhymes,
pronounce the words,
or pronounce words, but N.O.R.E is a whole other different thing. Yeah, kind of like into ODB. I think that's actually a good comparison.
All them season, but like if Prodigy bent the linguistic rules.
Which I love, by the way.
110%. Throw a TV at you. You already know, right? But fuck it. But if he bent the rules, fucking Nori's completely broke.
Nori set the whole rule book on fire.
That shit in pieces. Listen. Anyway, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So we into 1998.
Yes.
N.O.R.E solo. City.
Hot rookie.
Yeah, he was on that Source cover.
Big Source cover.
New York City is very much still dominating the sound. And
still own it.
N.O.R.E has a lot of support. Like, people rock with N.O.R.E.
Oh, N.O.R.E. People love N.O.R.E.
People love N.O.R.E.
Like, the official dudes. You're talking Nas. Mm-hmm. We're talking Mobb Deep, right? We're talking Big Pun. Mm-hmm. We're talking Busta Rhymes.
N.O.R.E's street pedigree, contributes to that as well. It's
a lot of shells and dudes.
Yeah, there's literally a song called Nori Shot Somebody. That was derived from a soundbite in an interview where they were talking about N.O.R.E shot somebody.
I forgot about that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, so N.O.R.E was, he was outside. He did his time. It was crazy. Him and Pone had kind of went back to back. Yeah. He did his time. He came out. They got hot.
In real time too. I think he did like 3. Like he did a full 3.
My son N.O. was definitely.
And he was in it from young. I mean, he shot somebody after the Juice movie. Like while Juice was in the theaters. That's early with it, boy.
Back in the days.
That's early with it, boy.
Yeah, man. All right, let's get to this album, man.
Sir.
The jump off intro, no rating on that, but that's how we.
It's like an interlude. Yeah,
that's how you set it off.
No real rhymes on there, but I mean, the first record.
There were rhymes on this record, though.
Boy,
Banned from TV.
I mean, to start your album off with Banned from TV is
that's interesting
wild,
too, right? Though
yeah,
to set it off with a posse cut. like that, right?
That became a classic.
But
Is a classic, yeah.
you got your solo album. You were in a group, right?
Yeah.
You trying to build your name and yourself up as an individual and a solo artist to set your album off with a posse cut.
Right.
It was a little advantageous.
I mean, highly ambitious. But what I would say is, this album is very weirdly sequenced.
Oh my God, it's all over the place.
It's all over. Like,
again, to my point, with Banned from TV.
You're supposed to establish yourself.
Yeah,
as a
and
solo
build
artist.
up to this.
You're supposed to establish yourself. Like, N.O.R.E is a good first single for Nori,
Mm-hmm.
right? We'll get to that, right? But like, you need a N.O.R.E type of record to establish this album before you get into it. Like, you gonna go into it with Nature and pun verses before we even get to you.
And the Styles and Jada back to back.
Jesus Christ! Like,
and Killer Kim, Super High.
Before we get to you,
right? Before we hear you.
I mean, I get it. You know,
Big pun.
Paying all homage, but like, come on now.
Yeah, man. With that said, though, let's get into this Banned from TV talk. You threw words around. Mixtape classic posse cut.
Yep.
This is one of those records, brother, that for me has stood around since it dropped. It has never left my psyche.
It's never dropped value.
Yeah, it hasn't really left the rotation, really.
Not at all.
You know what I mean?
I don't forget verses. I know lines by heart. I mean, and the thing is, the beat is so redundant and nobody cares.
Nobody cares. But listen, when we doing Hard to Earn, right?
Right.
I'm listening. I'm like, wow, this is just a real 4-bar.
Well, you know, it wasn't supposed to be the beat. Swiss didn't want this to rock.
Right.
The beat wasn't finished.
Right. The beat wasn't finished.
And Nori was like, nah, keep it like this.
As is.
Yeah, as is.
Because it's just a continuous same 4 bars, loops over, and that's it.
Scratches.
And get right to
That's
it, right? Not even real scratches.
Not even real. The jiggers. They're just the jiggers.
Those AI scratches.
AI scratches.
Those are the AI scratches.
It wasn't really there.
Nah, they weren't really. Wasn't nobody DJing, man. But with all that said, something about this record makes it knock so crazy.
Oh, I mean,
the sound is so
loud
and unorthodox and obnoxious.
You got the best.
And you got the best rappers.
The best rap. I mean, everybody is top 10. At 98, everybody on this record is top 10.
With the exception of Nature.
Oh, right. He's the new though.
With the exception of Nature.
Sure. Who you think has the best verse? You still with that?
You asking me if I still
think Nature has the best verse on Banned for TV?
What I said was the competition that Nature was amongst, the fact that he went in there and showed out,
right?
I credit his verse higher because you know what Pun going to do. You know what Styles and Kiss going to do. You know what Killer Cam going to do.
I mean, Cam was rookie too, though.
Yeah, but
Nature and Cam were like almost right there. Like he was like a level.
I think Cam was
a sophomore. He was a freshman.
Yeah, but Cam had a way more established. You know, outside of Nature having mixtape joints, you didn't hear much from Nature, and he was on the Firm album that came out right before that. But he was definitely still building up. I don't think his name was as big in the street as Cam. There was definitely no.
He was the rookie on the.
Yeah, he was the rookie on the All-Star team. But he went crazy.
He went nuts.
He
went nuts. He got lines.
He went crazy.
But who has the best verse though?
Does Nori have the best verse?
On what? On song?
All right, man.
on N.O.R.E?
Yo, somebody else on that one. He might not still have the best verse either.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, who has the best verse on Banned for TV?
That's a loaded question, bro. I don't know. I can't.
I'm Pun, man. I've been consistent with that. Pun, man. No bars off.
Nah, Pun went crazy.
There's no bars off on that shit.
But neither did Nature, bro.
Nah, but Nature took a couple bars off.
No way.
Took a couple bars off.
No way.
Right, man,
which ones?
I mean, we want to listen to it now.
No, I recite it.
Recite it. Go ahead.
Regardless of rain or
snow, sleet or hail.
I kick street tails, choking niggas like I'm Spreewell.
Golden State,
holding your fate. In the palm of my hand, blow you away like it's a part of the plan. I gotta call it how I see it, talk it like I be it. I'm walking my walk, thugged out, orthopedic, because I'm soon to be up. Give me room. Watch me. Yo, give me room. Watch me heat up. Yeah. Niggas try to stick me like Abdul Hawima. Follow the leader. Make me go extra hard. Yo, Nori, should I hold back or show the repertoire?
That's a bar off.
Quit it. What's a bar off?
That's 2 bars off.
What?
The last 2 lines. Should I go extra hard? Like that's not wasn't crazy.
I mean that
was a setup line.
That's a setup line.
That was a setup. Yeah, that's the punchline.
Pun got setup lines in his.
No, he
too.
took nothing off. Everything was crazy in Pun's
Nah,
joint.
bro.
Everything was crazy in Pun's joint.
Put a 16 and throwing extra bars just for the non-believers.
Yep.
So you why it's so hard to reach us. I get pussy with my father's features.
Puff heavenly.
I puff heavenly. See me at 6'1", weigh a $170.
Yeah.
Catch me in spots y'all niggas never be. Packed in like Green Bay. Harlem Week to Queens Day. Performing a cappella. No DJ. 98 live. No replay. Make it see. Oh my God. Come on, Nate. He went so crazy.
It's a nuts verse. It's a nuts verse. He took a couple.
Yo, to set the song off like that, he went so crazy, bro.
I'm saying.
It was so visual too for me. Like,
yeah.
I loved it. But yeah,
I hold niggas for ransom for money like Johnny Handsome. Been sonning niggas so long, I think I got a grandson. That's the line of the fucking song.
That's a great line.
That's the line of the song. I don't know if there's listen.
I don't know, bro. Getting pussy with my father's features is pretty.
You love that line. You love that line.
Yo, that's such a witty way to say I look like my dad and get bitches. Like I love that.
I get it.
Anything else? I mean, the Styles and Jadakiss back to back.
That fucking.
Those guys are unfair,
bruh.
Those guys are unfair. So I'm not listening to this as a fan so much this week. I'm listening to Analyze, right?
And I refell in love with fucking with Jada. And
I love those guys. Son, those are my favorite humans.
Why did they get deep on us at the end? They got spiritual and shit. So they talk about visions and shit. Yo, what are they doing? That's a fucking posse cut in '98.
Those guys are really ridiculously
what
good.
What are you talking about, sir?
They're well equipped to handle this MC and shit.
Son, I'm like,
you know what else is crazy?
Too, right. They got one album.
You know what else is crazy?
What's up?
It's 2023. Mm-hmm. Those guys are still. Those guys don't stop.
They still making history.
I just saw Jada
took over the pandemic.
Like, come on, bro. I just saw a Kiss at the Starter store yesterday. Oh, yeah, man. Just happy living his life. Asian backwards, man.
I love it.
Full hairline.
Life is good. Life is good.
Grandiose. Anything else to say before we get into a rating?
My gift is half rotten. When I spit, it's a tear.
That should have dropped down your eye. I'm too tired to cry.
Hold up. That's that style. Then Kiss comes in, right? I never knew a nigga that's too live to die.
They say you get what you ask for.
So you get it because you asked for it. Mm-hmm. That's poetry, man. Mm-hmm. That's poetry.
If a nigga ain't a thief, then he better have the cash for it.
Listen, you got to come with it somehow. Oh my goodness.
Yo,
those guys are
like
crazy,
intelligent street knowledge shit. You know what I mean?
Intelligent street knowledge.
Yeah, those guys were, I mean, lyrically, of course, super ill with it, right? But vocabulary and life experience and thought
and painting.
Yeah,
the imagery
they
is
understood
nuts.
all of that. Yo,
the imagery is nuts.
I think they understood it before they understood that they knew it.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
They're puppies. They're like 21
years,
son.
They're babies.
Can't do that.
They're great.
No, they have no idea what they're doing.
Great babies.
They have no idea what they're doing, man.
It's like Illmatic, bro.
Right.
It's like Illmatic. All right.
Anyway, yeah, we can do a whole episode on this song.
Yeah. But we got so many more songs to get to that will not have this in-depth level of analysis. What'd you give it?
9.5.
9.5.
Yep.
9.5. Why not?
Guess why?
Why?
Because Nore's on it.
It was his song. You evil human.
I'm saying, the verses, whatever, but it ain't what those dudes been doing, man.
Yeah, man. N.O.R.E came and added complexion.
Yes,
he added character to the song.
Yeah, and his verse isn't terrible. It's just it's a N.O.R.E.
But them guys was really rapping.
Listen, them niggas was rapping. He brought lyrical assassins on. Like, that is bold when you know you are not one. That's crazy. That's bold, yo.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And we're not even going to switch up the beat on it. We're going to just keep it going.
We're just going to keep going.
Anyway, so you gave 9.5 also?
I gave it 9.5, yeah.
Cool.
Out the gate, strong. I Love My Life.
Love My Life.
Produced by Easy LP. Featuring Carl Thomas. You said I don't love this song?
I don't love this song.
Talk to the people.
I'm fucking with it. This song, it's cool. It's cool. Again, weird sequencing. Like, we just had like a lyrical onslaught.
Sequencing is ass backwards.
And then we get the bing, boom,
then we get the smoothed out
Carl Thomas
introspective-y.
Like he's not establishing himself. Like, this is not a Nori. I mean, this is a chick Nori song, kinda, or a commercial Nori song, if you will. But he's not establishing what he does and what he does well and who he is. Like,
who we know him to be.
He's going on off. He's a super thug. How we already talking about like the you love your life? You supposed to be thugging it out still. Establish the story, man. Bad A&R in you.
Yeah, I'm not sure who sequenced this, but it definitely takes away from how impactful some of the songs could have been because you're not giving me no story. It's not weaving. It's no thread.
There's
you know what I mean?
There's no thread.
It feels like a compilation, like, or a soundtrack. You expect this from those type of records or those type of albums where it's just an array of songs thrown together. But for an album, give me a complete body of work with a thought. You know what I'm saying? Like, take me somewhere. Take me somewhere.
He's giving us the other side, like the deeper side of his life before he establishes the surface. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. But and also like, this is Carl Thomas. He had did he have 4 verses on this song?
It's a longer song. It's
4 verses. N.O.R.E we never need 4 N.O.R.E verses.
Not even on 4 different songs. Giving us a glimpse into it.
Bullets today.
Nah, I love N.O.R.E. I love Nori. I just saw him in Miami. Great guy, great person.
Great dude.
And has hit records, like big hit records. Love Nori, man. Great dude. Too, I've been reggaeton. I've been in clubs. I've seen clubs get shut down because Nori and Squad was in there fighting.
Really?
I've seen.
You been in your front row.
I've seen parties end and get restarted. You know what I'm saying? Off of Nori records.
Niggas Hot 97 legends, boy.
Big New York City
legends.
Listen, bro. Listen, bro.
You can't shoot up Hot 97, bro.
Listen, bro.
That's wild.
Nori shot somebody. Carl Thomas on this joint, produced by Easy LP. Nori is giving us a glimpse into his life. He's taking us through his life and times in Left Rack. He's naming names. That's a thing of mine. You make it more real when you really.
I know he played ball.
Some names in there. I don't know if the beat aged really well though.
The beat didn't age really well, and I actually have more of an issue with the hook. Because the hook is just really light, man. Like, I mean, Carl sounds cool, but I mean, this is Carl coming off of, The World Is Filled. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has like really strong, like, the shit he's doing. He got like really strong, been around the world. Like, he's got really strong features around his time. And this one just this performance does not sound great. I don't know if he was like mailed it in or he wasn't as excited. Carl Thomas, man. And I get it. We ain't get to like I Wish yet, right?
Carl's tone, though, for me, man, it usually does the trick. It usually does the trick. He sounds silky and milky on this joint.
Been Around the World might be my favorite Carl Thomas hook.
Now, to your point, he's definitely has stronger performances.
But maybe it's the beat. The beat is super
but I
light.
don't think that he did anything out of turn
Easy LP,
as far as what was happening with the rest of the record. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he kind of got in right where he fit on this joint. Overall, not a bad record. Again, we talking Nori, right? So because we emphasize production and lyricism and song, obviously when you're talking Nori, you're gonna have to grade higher, and so you got to grade on the curve, right?
For sure.
You got to grade higher on
Nori against
overall
Nori.
song and less lyrical density because you're not gonna get that, and you just be setting yourself up if you were looking for that. So, grading Nori on the Nori curve, what do you give I Love My Life?
7.5.
7.5?
Yeah.
Gave it an 8.
Okay.
Gave it an 8. Now, Bonsu, what you been looking for? What you been yearning for? What you been waiting for this entire time?
It's like a gun trilogy.
Gat strategy.
I never understood that.
I love it, but it sounds fire, though.
It
sounds fire.
Great. He never explained it.
It don't matter.
What is a gun trilogy?
It's left up to your explanation. Do with that what you will.
There's nobody else on the song. Where's the 3 guns coming from?
It's like a gun trilogy. Gat
strategy. Where? How? What are we talking about? What's the subject? It starts off it's.
Noriega.
That's a subject.
It's, right?
What's the subject?
Come on, English professor.
No, you don't need a professor. You don't need a professor.
You need second grade. Just go to class.
You need second grade.
Son,
what's
just go to grade school.
It's like a gun trilogy, gas strategy. What is your subject, Noriega?
Like Your Majesty.
What? For real? What? I said, really, tell me what's what?
Trackmasters produced. First single off the album. First look off the album. Great way. N.O.R.E had, I remember the promo campaign for this project where, again, right, we talk about the caliber of friends that he had, features. He had everybody in the promo campaign. He was
everybody in this video.
Yeah, he was right. It was because it was chopped up from this video. he was kind of like a darling.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like a New York City underground rap darling.
I mean, yo, street cred takes you far.
That's a fact.
And people were like, yo, this dude put holes in dudes. He's fucking co-signed in the streets by these greats.
But also just a cool guy.
And a fucking really cool dude. And funny.
Funny guy.
Funny dude, charismatic, always been charismatic.
Super charismatic.
It makes sense.
Sure.
It makes sense who he is today. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I, love who he is today. I love who he evolved into. Like, he took all the best parts of who he was and refined it with age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
got rid of all of the, the negative shit.
Absolutely.
Got put in the garbage disposal. Well, maybe except for heavy drinking. That's not really good.
I hope he slowed down, but he has a show called Drink Champ.
He does have. Listen, he got to stay on brand.
Fucked up at work.
You got to stay on brand. It's my job to get fucked up.
Yeah.
So I said it's good to hear finally a Nori, handle him handle a solo track on this joint.
It's a quintessential Nori right here. It's a patented Nori flow.
Which is no pattern.
Just all over the place.
He's not rapping about anything in particular. It's like word association, rhyme vomit, love the Donnie Brasco reference.
Yeah. He actually broke that down.
Right.
I love that.
He did. You looking for the breakdown.
I love
also,
it.
This is the title track. So obviously we put a little more emphasis on the title track, especially if it's a self-titled album.
Yeah.
Right? What do you have to say about it?
Same thing you said. I mean, talking about the production though, N.O.R.E not only established his own style and little lane lyrically, right? With his N.O.R.E flow, but also like if you notice, like there's a lot of like Asian elements on the production side. Like there's a lot of, in different producers, not even just one producer, like from Easy LP, LES, Tone and Poke. For some reason, I don't know if that's N.O.R.E asking for that or he just happened to like be attracted to beats with Asian elements. But this is one of the first tracks that you'll hear. You'll hear more of it throughout the album, but this is probably the most popular one.
That was a thing though at that time too. Remember, they was just sampling. They was making beats off of those. Like everybody found some. It was Asian crates.
It was Italian mafia lyrics,
right?
And Asian beats.
Definitely mafioso lyrics. I gave N.O.R.E a 8.5.
Same.
8.5?
Yeah.
Word up.
I just wonder why he only fucks with. I only fuck a bitch twice if she get on her knees. Like that's.
No, he was very contradictory throughout this.
He loves fellatio. Yeah.
Well, literally, we'll get into that. We're headed that way.
Hey, look at this guy. Somebody's got their head on their shoulders. Wow.
Right. So there's the head skit.
Yeah.
Definitely uncomfortable to listen to.
Yeah,
as a grown man, 2023.
It's not Puns one. That's
not
Puns.
That's
not Pun and Flex. That's not Pun and Flex.
Yo, we the best, right? We the best. Head, another Track Masters produced joint featuring Nature. Shout out to Nature, man. Nature had his kind of coming out party on the Firm album. There was obviously a little controversy surrounding it with Cormega no longer being a part. But Nature, for all intents and purposes, was always a really dope rapper to me. I always thought Nature was a dope rapper.
I love Nature. I was natured out.
Word.
On the mixtape. Before he even
came,
I was natured.
I was fiending for Nature freestyles and songs and verses.
I had a tape of Nature. I would fucking put all his verses on one side. Like I was natured out.
For sure. Same.
How about this, dog? This is crazy. I just remember something about my own history. My first feature in XXL was Nature.
You look at that?
Because I was so fiended. I was like, yo, y'all can't. It was
a full circle moment.
They did a QB story. It was Prodigy, Nature, and fuck was it? Might have been. Was it Traj? Might have been Traj.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was like, yo. I'm super young. I'm a pup. I'm like, yo, y'all. Nobody's writing about Nature except me.
Nothing moved but the money. Nature.
Listen, Brooklyn out, and I'm like, they lived. That was my first. I was still in college too. First feature in XXL was, it's fucking Nature. Crazy.
Dope. Yeah, I was always a fan of Nature. Like totally he had an ill voice. He could rhyme.
Voice.
He had vivid imagery type shit.
And his own pockets, man. I just like the way he moved with the pen.
He lived in those beats. He lived in those beats.
He make sure his joints got space. The right joint. Anyway, man.
For sure. So he's on this joint.
Wish we had more, man.
For sure. Did you like the Fall Seasons album?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
It fell short.
Of
what but that was it came much later than it was supposed to. It was changes.
I think it got leaked a little bit. He was having problems. Like it's almost like they just threw him out there. Like they didn't really.
It was like fuck it.
Like I'm like, how the fuck does Nori get? Nori had all the support in the building, outside the building, in the street. you know what I'm saying, other MCs, and they just like threw nature out there like, yo, it's whatever.
So on this song Head, obviously coming off CNN War Report, it was like an unexpectedly successful album,
And
right?
Fire fucking album.
Right. Super fire, critically acclaimed, did well, got those guys in a position to make a little bit more money.
Absolutely.
And now Nori is enjoying the fruits
100%.
of those labors.
He loves his life.
He loves his life. He also loves Head, like you said. So,
Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
even on this joint, he said he gets to rap about the happier things in his life. We coming off the War Report. You know, we post war.
I
You know what I mean? We back in the good times.
Absolutely. I mean,
Funny bone here. I never used to drink. Now I'm known to drink plenty. Foreshadowing. The chorus comes from Nature, which is off of one of my favorite songs from the Firm album, I'm Leaving. That was Nature and Nori as well on the Firm album. Right. Hey yo, Nori know this. Nori know that. That was it. That was it.
That shit is hard body, boy.
That was one of my favorite joints.
Yeah, absolutely.
Off of that one. But yeah, man, you know,
I don't understand why is Doggy Style was his favorite position and he flipped it on some head shit.
Yeah, he flipped it dead shit.
Why can't you have the both?
You could.
Supposed to have both.
Well, favorite.
You should have both.
Favorite.
Head's out of position. That's out of position. You're not doing anything, actually.
No,
You're not doing anything.
I am.
You're not doing anything.
for
Your
yourself.
eyes rolling back is out of position, Sarah. That's not a position, man.
I don't know. Nah, you're right. I love that you always come like you're such a technical thinker.
Yo, man,
you know what I'm saying?
I try to just ask the questions, man. That may be on people's mind that, you know.
Doggy Style was my favorite position. Then he didn't really say head was a position.
I flipped it.
Dead shit. Got on some head shit.
He deaded that position.
Right. He just want head.
I just think Nori's lazy as fuck. Man. I think that's what that really is, man.
Nori is not lazy because if you could get good head in the whip and not crash it,
son. That's skill.
That takes focus.
That's skill.
Yeah, it may be a skill,
but it's also like
it may be a skill I possess.
I mean, but it's also like get head or die. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
seriously injure yourself.
You gotta,
you kind of gotta stay focused.
Yeah, that's
gotta stay locked.
It's not lazy. Like you gotta.
The alternative is to pull over.
You said what?
The alternative, you could just pull over.
I'm saying if you can't stop, I mean, clearly just not drive. That's the alternative.
Right.
Not driving your head.
Which we suggest. Hard to earn fans.
110%. 110%. Oh my god. Yo, how many niggas crashed though, B, because of this line though, son? Think about
tons.
That. How many niggas done crashed their fucking whip or
the
almost crashed?
The shit that rap got us doing.
Son.
I never crashed. But I definitely was so intrigued with the sheer thought of getting head in the whip.
Absolutely.
And not crashing it.
Absolutely.
Y'all roll the dice.
100%.
Roll the dice.
100%. Yeah.
What did you give this song?
Give it a 7.
Give it a 7?
Yeah.
Give it a 7.5.
Okay.
It's Not a Game, featuring Mussolini and Maze, produced by SPK.
What do you think about those dudes?
Moose and Maze?
Yeah.
They always, to me, felt like Nori's sidekick guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like names that you know if you were part of a certain era, cut from a certain cloth, mixtape era. Yeah. Obviously, they did a lot of joints with Nori and, you know, that whole Queens side of things. But yeah, they never had an opportunity, a real moment to establish themselves and kind of do their own thing. So I just kind of know them as Nori's mix. I couldn't, if we being honest, I wouldn't be able to pick them out of a lineup. Or if one of them bumped me on the street, I'm going to be like, yo, Maze, say excuse me.
But is that the same Mussolini who rhymes with Ninth Wonder?
With the Ninth Wonder joint now.
Same Mussolini,
I believe it's the same Moose.
I like that album.
Yeah.
I do like that album.
Yeah, shout out to Ninth, shout out to Mussolini.
But I always, like, it's like they never, it's weird about them. Like, they rap very Queens-like, right? Especially here. They don't really use a lot of, like, creativity that MCs use. Like, there's no metaphors or entendres. Like, they just put words together.
Rap. Yeah, just say the words.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this joint, though, man.
Yeah. It's not a game. Super Queens record.
Yep.
You know, I mentioned the whole, you know, them. I like them. I like their voice. That's what it is. I think I like their voice. I like their approach to it. It's almost like they come on the track and kind of they command attention, but they don't really always they don't really astound you. It's not like a whack verse. They're just like, it's cool.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not something it's not a lot of memorable lines.
No standout shit.
Yeah, it's not memorable lines.
Like, we talk about Nature. Nature could have easily been one of those guys, but he set himself apart. Yeah. Lyrically, tone-wise, delivery. Like, he gave you more presence. You felt, you know, he gave you more of, wow, who's that? You know, you wanted more.
Yeah. And it's funny because they're kind of like, their verses are not sonically monotone, but like lyrically monotone. it actually makes Nori stand out a little bit more on this song. You know what I mean? And like Nori's very much Nori in this song.
Mm-hmm.
Like he starts off. Now that's that shit I'm talking about. No, that's that shit that I'm talking about and shit. Like that's the first line. That's the first line. Like I cracked up at that shit. I'm like,
okay,
that's no subject again. Like he stayed with it.
He talking about that shit. He talking about.
That's clearly.
What shit that is, I don't know.
But
I don't know what this whole song is about.
But it's two shits though. It's that shit that he's talking about and shit. It's additional shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you would. You would.
I have got to entertain myself somehow with this shit, man. Okay, all right. What are we talking about? What?
You're a jerk.
No, but hold on. But in Nori's offense, like them same niggas that you fucking with them cats that you don't fuck with. Like that's poetic though.
That's poetic.
That's some ill poetic shit. Like you know what the fuck he's talking about. It's very clear.
Very clear. In that particular instance.
When you're right, you're not supposed to repeat words like that. He don't give a fuck about that.
Redundant man.
He delivers it and it's ill. And I don't know if it's by accident, but it's also poetic. So that's what I'm saying. Like he's very much Nori on this. Like if you love Nori, you love this shit. If you hate Nori, you're gonna hate this shit, right? And then it's like, but also like his style is so original, it makes it stand out over like Maze and Mussolini.
Of course, but also because he's so animated, bro.
Yeah.
Like even if he ain't saying anything,
he's a performer.
Yeah, he's performing it at a level that's gonna make you pay attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It would have been great if he. Was able to have some shit, you know what I mean? With the shit.
Some sustenance.
If he said some shit with the shit and shit.
Some shit with the shit.
I actually liked Mussolini on this joint. You know, he set it off right. I like you said, I like his tone. I thought it was a great pairing.
They always have great tone. I like their voice.
I thought it was a great pairing in that they bookended N.O.R.E. You know, he got a chance to shine. It's his album. It's his song. Yep. They didn't take away from anything. They didn't necessarily wow me with anything. No. But overall, it was a solid joint. I don't know what the hell the song is about.
I don't even. The hook.
What's not a game?
The hook. I guess they are not a game, but like the hook is. It's like one of those typical, verse, half verse,
right?
Queen's hooks.
These guys were not.
They ain't say shit.
These guys were not excellent chorus and hook guys.
Not at all.
Most of the choruses, most of the hooks were verses. I mean, even Head is just a snatch. It's a snatch of a nature verse, like a line in the verse. It's like, yo, that's what? Let's make it a hot song. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They did.
Shut up, yo. It's not a game. I gave it 7.
Same.
7?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Fiesta. Trackmasters love them a Fiesta, boy.
Yo, man.
Tony Poke love them a Fiesta.
I mean, it's Victor Santiago, bro.
It's true.
Know what I'm saying?
It's true. And Kid Capri.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's light skin out. But
let's Fiesta.
Yes, let's Fiesta.
Let's Fiesta.
Yo, and you're gonna turn the fucking down into a verb, son. Like,
yo, are we Fiesta or not, bro?
I like the production on this shit, man.
Oh yeah, it's exciting.
This shit slaps. It gives it that feel. They were at the time, Nori, of course, plays with like the Asian elements production wise, but at this time, we love a motherfucking, not Spanish, a Latin, deviation in hip hop. We love that shit.
Don't get us canceled.
Yeah, we love that shit, right? Don't say Oriental rug, people, right? So I mean, but because it's Victor Santiago, when he's able to do that, like Pun was able to do that as well. It's good to see him lean into that, and this joint works, man. This shit slaps. I love the fucking hook. It's really smart. And the humor. That's another thing too, right? We talked about how charismatic.
Right. There's humor in this one for sure.
Yeah, I mean, he lied to the chick. He lied to the chick, got her.
Get her put on.
You know what I'm saying? Then he said, I actually would have gave her some rhymes. You know what I'm saying?
No, he said he wrote rhymes for her.
She couldn't spit it.
Who the fuck can follow you, Nori?
First of all, why are you writing me rhymes?
Right. Listen. As soon as I heard that, because
that's funny. I didn't even think about that. That's funny.
As soon as I heard that, now as 2020,
this is not English.
As 2023 Torae, who's written songs, who's vocal produced artist, who's been in the studio. I made my own records. I've made records for other people. I know all that it entails to write a rhyme for somebody and to have them deliver that rhyme. There's no part of my being. It makes me believe that N.O.R.E. is capable of handling that.
Not even in that pinky?
No, not even in my pinky. Not even my pinky nail.
The cuticle?
Not even my hangnail. Do I feel that I'm like, yo, even if Nori wrote somebody a rhyme and was like, here, go in the booth and say that.
Yeah.
How? How do you? I don't know how you say this shit. That part, that part puzzled me.
That's the shit I'm talking about.
That is shit.
Yeah.
But overall, yeah, man, good energy on this joint. Nori kind of tried to stick to somewhat
humor
of a story.
It's a lot of chauvinism, though, boy.
Oh well, this is hip hop in 1998, good sir. You were there, but yeah. But with all of that said, I wasn't mad at it. Good joint. I gave it 7.5.
Same.
7.5.
Yep.
Look at us. Let's take them to 40 Allen.
Ooh, a little remake.
Yeah.
Remake
of a
classic.
Is that a classic G-Rap record? Let's get into that.
I mean, I'm a rap nerd shit.
Yes,
rap nerd.
I think for us New Yorkers, I think for us New Yorkers, especially because that was a mixed show mainstay. Like, that was playing.
Also,
like
Rikers Island was a big part of our childhood.
Right. And unfortunately, some people's adulthood.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
110%.
But yeah, that would play Marley Marl, right? He was on the radio, so he was playing. He was playing that joint. So it was a record that we heard.
He produced the original record.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. But what I'm saying is he was on the radio too.
At that time. Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
I like this joint, B.
I love this joint.
I like this joint, B.
Fucking G-Rap's first, bro. First of all, let's not even get that. Yo, N.O.R.E's verse is hard. I fucks with N.O.R.E's verse.
Listen, you got a subject matter that he can speak in depth to, and I'm not trying to be right.
No,
I'm not being funny. Like
he's in his comfort zone.
He's in his
zone. They say
write
about what you know.
Right.
Shit. Guess what?
There you go.
Guess what?
There you go. G-Rap Mussolini on the joint. Yeah. Marley flipped the OB.
Yep.
And G-Rap actually flipped his verse, one of his verses from the original. That was like 4 verses too on G-Rap's original.
Crazy.
It was so much jail. There was so many things to say about jail.
Bruh.
There was so many reasons to keep you out of jail.
Homemade blades galore. Jigsaw your fucking jaw to your drawers. CO, one eye closed, watching you pour. You're pissing. How do you pause 100 outlaws from taking yours? Man,
not go.
That guy still
go,
he
sir.
Still raps.
Cool, good rapper.
8 years later, after the song, and still got the best verse.
He said, "Let me revisit what's happening out here in these streets."
Son, no, it's the same shit. What's happening in the 90s? Same shit happened here in the
They just got more.
Same shit in jail. It's just the internet. They got the internet.
Right. It's got more reasons. They got more ways to talk about it.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Maybe a couple more ways to make it shank. You know what I mean?
Happening. I don't understand why niggas.
The spork was invented.
Why you have your ears to the floor listening to some nigga get raped? That's crazy. This song is hard though.
Tough record.
I fuck with this
tough record. Love the original.
Yep.
Love this remake.
Yep.
Everything about it, everything that it should have done, I think it checks all of those boxes. 100%. Nori sounds good on it because Nori is sticking to a very familiar subject matter.
Really good on that.
And he doesn't need to be lyrical miracle to get his point across because it's something that he can vividly give you in detail
100%.
Because it's part of his life experience.
But even his approach, like it's not the same N.O.R.E. flow.
No, it's not.
He's rapping.
Yeah, it's not
straightforward.
Yeah, it's not this free flow shit.
You should do it a little more, He does it again.
I like Nori being Nori being Nori.
But I like him mixing it up though, because it's like, they say, because a lot of people say Nori can't rap. And I'm like, he actually can rap when he puts his mind to it. And this is excuse me.
Yeah, but he don't want to do that a lot.
This is a perfect example.
He doesn't want to do that a lot.
He could clearly.
Talk to me. What we got?
Score?
Yep. Or you got more to say?
No, I don't. So I was going back and forth between.
Yeah. Where you at?
8.5 and 9.
Okay.
I was like, it's not a lot bad with this record. It's not, it's not exceptional. It's just really good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm tough. I'm stuck, man. I'm gonna defer to you.
Okay.
Which one you gonna pick?
Where
should I go?
I didn't go. I didn't have it back and forth. It was a solid 8.5 for me.
Solid 8.5 for you. Okay.
Yeah,
all right. I'll stay put then. I'll stay put. All right. Say 8.5.
8.5?
I'll stay put.
Yeah. Solid 8.5. Like dope record. It's actually a record that I hadn't heard in so long. I kind of forgot about, but I listened to it a couple of times.
Murked it, like we just stepped it up. Maybe
it's a solid joint. I mean, G-Rap obviously is the star of the show, like we said, but there's not many shows that G-Rap is gonna show up to and not star in. So yeah, man, it is a dope joint. I actually went back and listened to the original a couple times too.
Same.
Crazy to hear the difference in sound from the early 90s to the late 90s and technology.
Less snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah, way less cereal.
really was putting their ear to the bowl, son.
Yo, like me too. That shit was right.
Market, yo,
right.
That's some marketing, son.
Everything was marketing
Son,
back then.
Niggas was
bro.
like, yo, this little.
You remember the
little,
DOS Effects episode?
This little white man fucking talking to my server. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Son. That's nuts. Which
they sound different when you pour water as opposed to milk.
Yo.
The Way We Live featuring Chico DeBarge.
The Way We Live featuring Chico DeBarge.
Chico DeBarge, produced by LES.
Chico DeBarge was hot.
Chico DeBarge was hot.
Yeah, he had
man.
that record. He had a 97. I forget the title of the album, but that was my album.
Nah, Chico definitely.
I can't remember right now.
Chico had a moment.
He had a moment.
He resurrected that light skinned DeBarge thing, huh?
You're igging me, baby. You're igging me, baby. Also,
yo, can we just
speaking of, he's also a thug too.
Very much so, because his reign was very short lived. Because there was a lot of Rikers Island. You see how it all ties in together. Just a quick sidebar. Mm-hmm. The fucking DeBarges. Oh my God. What an incredible family.
How are y'all? A number of ways. But
right. But let's just talk about what they did in the studio.
How do y'all have all of those?
Nah, they're great.
Yo, come on. Like, I forgot.
Voices.
I forgot Elle could play the piano, man. Like
voices and tones and vocal talents and pens
and slaps
and instrument and
slaps
and catalog.
Oh my God.
Yeah, nah. Yo, because the crazy shit is once you get past like the most popular records, you get into just listen to the album. Just get into the albums. Get into album cuts. Because guess what? You won't be disappointed. They just had records that were more popular. Not necessarily that they were the best records they made.
No, bro. The best of DeBarge?
Oh, God. The best of DeBarge is stupid. But just get into like, you know what I'm saying? Just get into albums, yo.
Same Shaka Khan, singular voice. Minnie Riperton, singular voice. Luther, like there's certain special ones, man. They can kick one note. You know exactly who they are.
Dog.
Elle. Yo, you know Elle. Elle had what's the name Under Pressure? Had Mike Under Pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Under Pressure.
Yeah, for sure. There was definitely you know that.
That's why Mike had to keep dancing.
Because
he couldn't. That falsetto was tough, but it wasn't Elle.
Right. No, for sure. Mike said, but can you moonwalk? Right. All right, come on, let's get into the song. This is The Way We Live featuring Chico DeBarge. So this is like a hood tale,
I like this.
You know, hood love.
I love this on paper.
Okay.
It just makes all the sense in the world.
Chico's
hot.
Yeah, but they also kind of similar.
Absolutely. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody thought, you know, the DeBarges were Hispanic. They're not. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, your name is also Chico.
Right. Your name is Chico.
It goes with Victor.
Right.
Santiago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just like this pairing. Chico's really hot at the time. N.O.R.E's coming out the gate. There's a little bit of like Latin, you know, connection there. Mm-hmm. Both thugs.
That's what I'm saying.
R&B thug, real, street thug.
These guys was really about it.
Yeah.
You got one bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Not at all. So the song itself, though, what do you think?
So he's talking hood love shit.
Yep.
You know, there's an ode to his lady. Obviously, Chico comes in for the chorus. He gives us those, he gives us those tones. He uses the melody from Secret Lovers. That's the melody. Yeah, that's the Atlantic Star joint.
Amazing song.
And then I got Nori Needs More up-tempo records. So I think that because this record, BPM wise, is a little slower, it leaves more room to see the holes in the Nori delivery.
Are you talking about this song specifically or the album?
Well, this song specifically.
Okay. The beat needed to be a little faster.
Yeah, I think Nori just thrives better in something that moves quicker because the way his delivery is rapid. Yeah. So when you put him on something real smoothed out, he can't give you that same rapid flyer shit. So now he's got to dig in. And like we've seen it, you said he can rap like on 40 Island, right? But when you get into subject matter with a slow joint and it's a chick joint, I think it kind of exposes Nori a little bit on this song.
Yeah, I agree with that. You gotta produce around him for sure. You know what I'm saying? But then you got a record like N.O.R.E. That's not a fast record. You know what I mean?
But at least he's
up.
He's more up on it. You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely more assertive on that shit for
sure. For sure.
Cool. I like it. I gave it an 8.
Give it 8?
Yeah.
Gave it 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah. The Change.
Produced
by Kurt Gowdy.
Yeah. Gotta talk. Again, man, the sequence in this album is just weird.
The sequence on this song is weird, bro.
On this song?
This beat is all over the place.
Yo, bro.
It's like 3 beats in one. And they doing different things at different times, and I'm confused. Yeah. And I got a headache.
I got a
I
headache.
got a slight migraine.
Even the hook is wild. Like it's like, yo, he said, if you can't find me, look for me on the internet. But if you can't call me, why would you go to the internet before you call him? Like, what? I don't. What?
Yeah, man. I was saying like it's a lot of things happening on this record, but they don't all align. It doesn't all come together for me.
I think the hook is pretty ridiculous, man.
I also got ghetto twins. Oh, because Nori was talking about having kids. He has ghetto twins.
Oh, gotcha.
His kids being very close in age.
Yeah, I think the beat still knocks. It sounds very late '98, but I think it still knocks.
Bro, it's like 3 different parts of this beat, and I'm not sure when they met, but I don't like the menage. I gave this song a 7.
I think I gave this song a 7 as well, and I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you actually like the beat. Ha ha ha! Let's get into take a trip, man. Take a trip to a museum.
Is there a Nori museum? I feel like
Nori's got some joy. Well, listen, if every artist with hit records has a museum, then this goes in the Nori museum.
But you gotta have a lot of hit records to have a museum.
But Nori's got some shit, bro.
I don't know about museum shit though. It's a fair. It's a fair.
It's a fair. It's like an exhibit at the library.
It's a pop up.
It's a pop up.
It's a pop up.
Yo,
what about a museum?
Pop up is crazy for pop.
Museum. Like if your biggest record of your career is on your first album. Grimy?
Nothing. Grimy. Super Thug.
Not bigger than Super Thug.
Yeah, Super Thug probably be
those are the 3 biggest. There's no bigger records than those 3.
I mean, the reggaeton shit was for that demo was huge, but
we're talking rap shit.
Okay, all right. So pop up it is.
Pop up
for a limited time.
Merch.
Get your tickets now.
Merch on the side.
Mad merch.
Go get the merch.
Mad what hoodies.
What tees.
Mad what hoodies.
No doubt.
Listen, I always love the what sung behind. I mean, on the Super Thug. That is chef's kiss. That is the sprinkle that you needed to take that to a different place.
Love.
Neptunes and they cocker spaniel. All right, gotta talk about it.
Did they have a cocker spaniel? Was he talking about them in the studio? Like,
you know, it was crazy when I was sitting with Nori. When I was sitting with Nori over the weekend, we were at Rolling Loud.
Okay.
He was with EFN. Obviously, we talking Drink Champs. We talking Rolling Loud. I had 6 million questions I wanted to ask Nori.
That's not making the cut, bro.
But it wasn't. It just wasn't the time or place.
Yeah.
But like number 1 question on my list was, what the fuck are you talking about? What was there in fact a cocker spaniel at the studio?
Was it theirs? Like,
what? Well, listen, we are talking about Pharrell and Chad
for sure.
So it very much could have been.
Are they sharing a dog? Also, that's also weird.
They share production credit.
A puppy?
Shared cocker spaniel.
Jesus Christ.
All right, talk to me about Super Thug.
I mean, just phenomenal record, man. I mean, this is the difference between an artist, doing his own thing in the studio, and we've talked about this a number of times, and an artist actually getting with a real producer. Mm-hmm. When that producer locking into what that person does and figuring out the sound bed, the delivery, the energy. I mean, this is the best. This is the best song he's ever made, and I don't think it has everything to do with the fact that it's Pharrell navigating it. I mean, the energy. I mean, the verses, they're fun. Even if you're not listening to them, they sound fun. The beat, it's a rock and roll fucking beat almost. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's a good guitar riff for sure.
It's fucking rock and roll. The energy, boom, boom.
And it's obnoxious.
The percussion is rock and roll.
But the drums is slapping.
Foolish.
Yeah.
Absolute foolish. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't fail on this record. He could do whatever the fuck he wants on this record, which he did.
Yeah.
And it still fucking works.
It still works.
That shows you the genius of the Neptunes.
Hit record. Yes, hit record. Chad and Pharrell early on in their careers, but this was one of the ones that really put them on the map as hit makers. And they did it numerous times. They did it over and over and over again. They gave Nori some of his biggest records, and so many of your other favorite artists as well. For sure. I spoke to.
They have a museum.
They have a fucking
yeah.
What's bigger than that? What's next?
Bigger than museum?
I don't know. What's after that?
I don't know.
Compound? I don't know.
Coliseum.
I don't know, man. A mausoleum. They got all types of shit. Yeah, they got all that shit.
All that shit.
Yeah, man. But yeah, this is just. I mean, it's an undeniable record. It's infectious. It if the high what's don't get you, the what like that gets you.
That was just the icing.
That's
right
just
there.
that's just
That's
beautiful.
Just the icing.
Yeah, that's just the chef's kiss.
I wonder how much of this album was made after this song.
That's a good question.
Because you can tell like there's different levels of songs.
Oh, for sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like N.O.R.E sounds more polished.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you got like the Carl Thomas record, which sounds like more demo-ish. So I wonder, being in the studio with these guys and getting the direction, how much of that bled into the rest of his album.
I would have to assume that a lot of the album was done and this came toward the latter.
They needed that one.
The latter half, right? Because they've already had success with Mason, Looking at Me, and something else, right? Like they couldn't even be in the video, right? Yeah. For that, to them going and being on the song and Pharrell speaking on the song and them being in the video. So they had gotten their chops up a little bit from there, and then they just went on to just like do amazing, miraculous things. Absolutely. But yeah, if I had to guess, because I'm just listening to the complexion of the whole entire project, this is definitely nothing unlike anything else.
Ever. And
I feel like if you get this record early, you don't make some of those other records. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's what my A&R mind tells me.
I'm fucking with it.
I could be wrong.
I'm fucking with your analysis.
But yeah, man, it's a fucking great record, bro. What'd you give it?
9.
9? It's a 9. Why is it not a 9.5 or a 10?
I mean, because N.O.R.E.'s not doing it for Jay-Z. But Jay-Z does it for Pharrell beats. Like,
if Hope jumped on it.
Yeah, like this is not, you know what I'm saying? Like, garbage shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all my whistle got navigation. Why your whistle just garbation? Did you know what you're facing?
What's the subject, man?
Oh man, shout out to Nori, man. I love
Shut
you,
the fucking
N.O.R.E.
Nori. Yo, Nori used to make smart niggas I know talk dumber. He was so infectious. He made. I was like, yo, why you talking like? Why you doing dumb language? That's not how you speak. Man.
Yo, bro, put the bogey out in your face. Now you ashtray face.
Ashtray face.
Oh man. All right, the story. The story.
Now we getting some storytelling from
featuring Maze, produced by LES. It's The Story.
The Story.
Let's get into this call he got at 4 a.m.
Another LES beat, more Asian elements.
More confusion.
What, we talking the story?
Yeah.
It's all over the place. I mean, but it's also still visual also. The story, yes. The story is definitely confusing. Story is definitely confusing, but he jumps scenes. Yeah.
There's a key element. There's a key element in this story that I'm confused about, but I'm gonna pull up the lyrics while you talk.
Okay. No, yeah, like you're right. He doesn't have it's not a seamless story like somebody's got to die, right? It's not that at all. But what he does is like the storytelling is very much how he rhymes. It's patchwork. He just keeps jumping into different scenes.
So no one was actually shot.
No.
Nobody was shot, right? Because it says
they shot at. They just shoot at each other. No, nobody shot.
Yeah, they shot. Well, it says, what the hell? These niggas just shot at Rel. Yo, they missed though. Yep. Blaze Moose by his ribs though. So Rel didn't get shot. Did Moose got Blaze by his ribs? Did he get shot in the ribs?
Was that near his ribs?
Right. Was he grazed?
Was it flesh wound?
Because they end up at the hospital, right?
Yeah.
I was just confused. The story started off, I wasn't sure if there was anyone who was a victim or not. He just said
nobody got shot, and then he said his man got hit in the ribs.
Did Moose get shot or not? This is what I want to know. This is the opening.
You don't go to the hospital if you don't get shot.
This is the opening 4 bars. I need to know. We need to establish.
We've covered this man opens up however the fuck he wants to open up. Pause.
So yeah, that was it. That was it, yo. Because then later on in the verse, it says them cats tried to shoot Moose. So they tried to shoot him. So they did not, in fact.
But we went to the hospital? All
right, man. That's it. I was just confused.
Well, what?
I was confused from there, and from there on, I just couldn't follow along with the story.
Nobody can answer this except Nori, and I'm not sure Nori can answer that.
Nori shot somebody. The story. Yeah, that's all I got, man. The story's all over the place. Not sure if Moose got hit. Beat is cool. What'd you give it?
7.5.
7.5?
7.5.
I gave it a 7.
Okay.
All right. Let's get into the
Better
mathematics.
get your stories together if you want this man's fucking. Get your story together.
Listen, there's a way more compelling story coming up in this track list, sir.
Listen,
and this is
the boy Nori actually can tell a story.
This is the thing, right?
Yeah.
If we're gonna grade Nori on the Nori curve, I'm gonna grade Nori on this album. I'm gonna compare his songs to his songs.
Sure.
The story versus Body in the Trunk.
I got you.
Come on, bro.
Listen.
There's one that is a cinematic visual
classic. That is a hip hop classic.
All of that. Well, let's get to it. Let's get to it.
All right,
we got to get to the mathematics first.
We got to go through the mathematics.
Esta Loca.
Esta Loca.
Clue and Duro on production. Shout out to my guys. I saw them last week.
What's up, Duro?
Yeah, shout out to my guy Duro. So Nori is enjoying life on this one again. Just having fun with it. It sounds very 1998.
But a good song.
Good song.
That's why I was asking, what songs were made after Super Thug, because this is actually a smart record. Nori's performance is good. He's still being Nori, but his performance is good. He sounds good on it. The hook sounds good. It's a smart record.
Guess what? Clue and Duro were pretty good for that, yo.
I mean, I don't love the beat, though.
Well, I mean,
I like the song.
Overall, putting shit together, understanding, understanding.
Them dudes put a lot of work.
Yeah, they put in super work. Obviously, people just know Clue from being a mixtape DJ icon. I mean, but
we don't get a Fab or Joe Budden without
right. Tons of A&R work, tons of behind the scenes in the studio production, tons of ghost work. Obviously, Duro, one of the best engineers and mix engineers in the game.
And now super exec.
Super exec, you know what I'm saying? Making a whole lot of bread. Shout out to my brother Duro.
Already.
So I was just puzzled as to why the song is called Mathematics and not just Esta Loca.
Yeah, it's definitely an Esta Loca song.
Right.
That's what the hook says.
Where did the mathematics come in at? I don't even think they even said any numbers on this song.
Bro, there's no numbers on this.
It's not alphanumerical. So I gave it an 8. I gave it an 8.
I gave it an 8 also.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Wow, this is probably the most we've ever been in sync in our years of doing.
I mean, whatever. You have this narrative of us not agreeing.
Because it makes it better. It makes it better.
That's true.
It makes it better TV.
That's true. That's true.
The Assignment, produced by Nasheen, featuring Busta Rhymes, Split Star, and Maze.
Nasheen is one of the best of that era, by the way.
Oh my God.
This beat is fucking tough.
Nah, Nash is crazy.
Nash is nuts. Like if we want to get everybody's top 5 beats from that era, Nash is up there. I mean, most of it is with Biggie, but still. Like,
listen, don't fault me for the talent that I worked with.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
But he still got joint Mason, all those up. Anyway.
Yeah,
Nas is crazy, man. So
that OG Hitman thing was a different type of thing, bro.
And they all did different things,
They all did different things.
And
Called me again yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
We like friends now.
We're like friends.
We're like buds.
I like D-Dot, man.
Yeah, we're like buds,
I like this era that he's in also. Again, why are the best songs on this album at the fucking bottom of the album?
It's sequenced.
It's
terribly.
so fucking weird. Like, this is a record with fucking.
Was it Martin Moore? Who was responsible? I want to know.
I don't know, bro. But we got Super Thug. We got Esta Loca. We got fucking Busta and Mussolini and
we
Nori.
have Banned from TV first.
But I'm talking about the bottom though, right?
Right. We got Super Thug.
And then
all the
Body
way
Truck
over
is
here.
next, bro. Like, we can't spread this out with some of those weak ass records, man.
It was a way better. I'm gonna reformat this album and put it on the Spotify link or the Apple Music link.
It's gonna be better.
I'm gonna resequence the album. I'm gonna do that for y'all.
Do that.
I'm gonna do that for the people.
Send it to me, please.
Man, make it a better album.
It's just fucking crazy. Like, yo, this Busta record is hard. Shit is, you got Nasheem and Busta Rhymes, and this shit is like the second to last song on the album.
Bro, this record could have been so tough though.
So tough.
If the Spliff Star verse and the Maze appearance left.
No, I like Maze's appearance. He got I actually wish it was longer. He got interrupted by Nori. Nori came back.
They left a little to be desired to me.
I like Maze's verse.
I wasn't mad at it. Obviously,
it's just short.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, Spliff though. Like, we didn't need Spliff. We never need Spliff.
No disrespect.
No disrespect, but I mean,
but yeah, I don't think on this type of record specifically did we need a Spliff Star verse. I think that Nori and Busta and even Maze, right? Nori and Busta and Maze, that could have been.
That would have been a joint.
That'd have been alright.
The beat is tough.
Why they didn't shout Maze out in the chorus either, yo? They said everybody else's name.
It was definitely a lot of fucking. A lot of fucking flip mode.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he's part of the crew. Maybe, you don't know.
Nah, bro. You said
Thugged Out Entertainment?
Yeah, don't just. I'm not Thugged Out Entertainment, bro. I'm Maze.
Yeah,
M-A-Z-E.
Well, maybe.
He got on later.
Yeah, maybe Nori put him on later,
and then took him off basically.
No, because what happened?
Interrupted him.
Think about this though. Like, what if Busta wanted Spliff on it? So he's like, well, fuck it. If you're gonna have Spliff on it, I gotta have my man on it to make it make sense.
Okay,
that's the more.
You can't call shots on my album, sir.
You said what?
You can't call the shots on.
No,
my
I'm saying
album.
N.O.R.E.
Right.
I'm saying if Busta's like, yo, I wanted Spliff on this shit. You saying Busta?
Yeah.
I don't think he calls shots. Think about it. Busta's bust that rhymes, man.
He definitely is.
Niggas ain't saying no to Busta like that. He was already thugging his way in he already made this clear.
He was
already thugging in sessions.
He was gonna get on your record
100%.
whether you liked it or not,
and send you that invoice. You know what I'm saying? Give you weed and send you an invoice.
Yeah. Yo, I left my lighter in here. Nah, bro, there's no lighters in here, bro. All right, well, fuck it.
Smoke this.
Yeah, but here.
Whip up a 16.
I like that. Shout out to Busta Rhymes.
Thugged it out. I pioneered the feature.
I did say Nori and Spliff made it a. Oh no, I gave it an 8, but I did say that Nori and Spliff should have brought it down to a 7.5.
Damn, I gave it 8.5.
Okay.
Again, didn't have a problem with Maze's verse. Liked it.
Yeah, I just said Nori and Spliff, so I wasn't mad at Maze's verse.
Nori's gonna be Nori. Nasheem, shines. This song should not have been at the fucking bottom. This is annoying.
Late, yeah, it's late.
This would give it has dimension. Busta on it, like just should be in the middle of your fucking album.
Yeah, for sure.
At the lowest,
it should have showed up, especially with an album of this length.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Obviously, that was the norm at that time. Pause, but I'll be like when you listen to this album now,
it's only 15 songs. I mean, it's not crazy.
No, but there's a lot of songs to listen to Nori on.
Nori, gotcha.
Moving on.
Let's do it.
Back at the pop-up. We back at the pop-up, B?
We in full bloom.
We getting merch. We getting a hoodie and t-shirt.
Man, we got fucking,
they got long sleeve tees.
Listen.
They got socks.
Listen.
They got cups. You want to get a cup? You want a mug?
I mean, is it gonna say getting head in the whip, not crashing?
Oh God!
My mug say that.
Body in the Trunk. Did not realize that this was produced by Dame Grease back then. Mm-hmm. Does not sound like Damon.
Sure is.
Yeah, I love that.
Sure is.
Love that. I don't know if I forgot or if I just
Probably
didn't.
Dre,
I just didn't.
Wasn't this on the Firm album also?
Nah.
Was it?
Nah, it wasn't.
It was making the mixtape rounds.
It was definitely on the
mixtape
mixtape
shit.
round. This is an incredible record though.
I remember Clue first time I heard this on a Clue tape. I was like, wait, Nas and
I was stealing dats, baby.
Like,
know that.
Word.
Know that.
I was like, wait a minute. I like this Noriega song.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you think Nas and Noriega? That sounds like a train wreck. I'm like, he's about to get put through the blender.
Nah, perfect.
Not at all.
Perfect pairing.
Not at all. He sounds like himself.
Perfect
and
pairing.
The storytelling. I don't know if people like. Nori doesn't have a lot of nuance, right? When it comes to his shit.
Right.
He starts telling the story, right? Which is hilarious, right? Somebody wanted to see your gun. What the fuck are you asking to see my gun for? That's crazy.
No. He asked if he could see the grenade. The iced out grenade.
Oh, the iced out grenade. I thought it was a grenade. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's what I got.
Yeah, he wanted to see his chain.
He wanted to see his chain. Like,
right.
I said I would let him see it, but he didn't like the way he approached it. I didn't like his mannerism. Beat it. He's like, yo, shoot. His man told him to shoot him. Shoot him because you want to show him. Say, that's wild, right?
Wow.
But then he's like, yo, he turns around and he's like, yo, repeat it. He starts talking shit.
He said what? Repeat it again?
He pauses his account and then gets with Nas. Like almost some movie shit.
Right.
Nas comes through, right? Talking blah 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 blah. He's like, well, yeah, I wound up shooting him anyway. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, that was some fucking movie shit. They switched scenes,
right?
Because you don't know how that scene ended. This is how the scene ended.
Right.
I was like, yo, that's fucking. This is slick.
This is the producer, director,
this is
writer.
Slick, though.
Yeah.
But I didn't know this out back in the days.
No, we didn't.
I just like the song. I was like, oh,
when you really look at that,
he broke that.
That's really dope.
That was kind of fly.
I'm very sure it was unintentional.
110. It's total accident.
Very sure it was an amazing accident.
He's like, okay, where can we put Nas's verse?
Kind of like the top billing beat. You know what I mean? A great accident.
That's very good.
I was surprised at Nas and Noreaga only because, and you know, maybe naive of me, when there was a big gap between their success and Nas and Nori. Like Nas was
Oh yeah, Nas was
a star.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Star, superstar.
So for him to appear on the Nori album, I guess you think about the firm. Not Nori was on there, but
Queens,
people,
bro.
It's Queens
fucking
love.
Queens.
But I wasn't thinking, I don't think I was thinking in those terms back then.
It's Queens.
I wasn't thinking in those terms back then.
N.O.R.E's
I was always. I've been a Nas fan. This is what this is telling me.
Okay.
Because even like when he was in the Survival of the Fittest video and on the Mobb Deep shit, I was like, yo, that's really dope. That not, but it's Queen's love.
Queens.
It's Queen's love.
I love seeing Nas in that fucking Survival of his video. I love that shit.
Yeah, that shit was so because he wasn't on the song or nothing. It was just like, yo, he popped out. You know what I'm saying?
Popped out.
That's love.
Just whipped around the
hood
That's
shit,
it.
man. Yeah, I love that.
Love that shit, man.
And I love him on this record, bro.
Yeah.
It's a really, really
Are you kidding me?
like, especially with Nori's skill set is. For them to pull this type of record off with the back and forth, with the storytelling, with the intricacies that it needed to come across the way it needed. Yo, show a nigga what he riding with. Fuck that, you hot. Like, yo,
no, I love that this motherfucker was mad. Like, you came to my crib with a fucking body.
You good?
Who you with? Blah, blah, blah. He threw out all this reasonable shit about I shouldn't be fucking with you. Then was like, yo, fuck it, come on.
Yeah,
let's
but
go.
fuck it, nigga, I ride with you.
Okay, let me
Nori was
risk
like,
it all.
yo, why you talking about? You talking about so like you know, like y'all went to school.
204. PS 204. He got specific with the school.
I love this record, bro.
Son,
I love this record.
Body in the trunk, son. What's going? I love the
the
concept.
The beat
is
is fire too.
Beat is crazy.
The beat is fire.
Concept
too.
is stupid. It's Nas
and
storytelling.
Nas is acting better on this than he did in Belly.
Yo, that's not hard.
Just like that, because you got to have inflection, you got to have emotion.
Yeah.
Like you getting all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you get all of that out of Nas in this joint. Definitely.
You holding. That means you still sling it. Like,
right. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought you was off that. Yeah, that's it. Great story, details. Yeah. Cinematic. All the things we love, man. I gave it a 9.
9.
Gave it a 9?
9.
Yeah, gave it
Classic.
a 9, man. Yeah.
Classic.
For sure.
Start his album off with a classic.
End it with a classic. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at
that.
that.
He got all the help with the shit.
N.O.R.E had they called in the reserves and everybody showed up for N.O.
A lot of help.
And what we get out of it is a really solid album. What do you give it overall?
Overall album, I give an 8.
8?
Yeah.
It's about an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's about an 8.
Yeah, man. Successful album. Classic still.
Right.
Still got, monumental records like Super Thug.
So this record drops in July of 98. Mm-hmm. It's gold by September of 98. And that's right when Super Thug dropped. So Super Thug pushed it over to gold, and then it went on to go platinum. Nice. And this is on Penalty Records.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes, man. So overall, an 8 from me as well.
Absolutely.
Solid debut album. Absolutely. Definitely set N.O.R.E on the path to where he is now with success and trajectory. Yeah, he had and all of that.
And this wasn't his last joint. Yeah, like I said, grimy coming out. Yeah, nothing big. I mean, he had a lot of success with Neptunes. He knew what he had.
That's it, man. Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, man.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I mean? This is hard to earn. This is what we do. Classic albums on the anniversaries. New albums. Worthy new albums.
You already.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My brother B so here with all of his genius and expertise.
Man. Hey, man.
You know what I mean? I'll just show up in the white tee and we make it happen.
Hard darn.
If you want respect, you gotta earn it. You damn right.